Hey, what's up, man? What's going on? Hey, let me call you back, man.
Hey, man, how's it going?
Hi. So I have this stain, and I heard you're the guy.
Say no more. Valley Dry Cleaning's got you covered. There you go, man.
Cool, man. Hey, man, you got it out. What'd you guys do?
Let's just say we've got a secret weapon.
Thanks, man.
Well, yeah, there's more than 16 candles on my cake. Yeah, before we light the candles, yeah, call 911 and have them stand by. Yeah, don't worry, my birthday's not till August, so it's no big deal. We've got birthdays to celebrate today, our big shot birthdays, and also the local ones, your friends and neighbors, the people you know and love. Yeah, okay. Well, there's a report out, says phone scammers pulled in more than $100 billion last year. Now, just last night, a scammer called me and asked me for my credit card details. Well, yeah, I know you've had it happen to you. So I said, sure, no problem. It's plastic, about 1/16 of an inch thick, approximately 3 inches long, 2 inches wide. The front is gray with green numbers, a bank logo, and an electronic chip. Now, on the back, there's a magnetic strip and printed information in letters that are too small to read. It smells slightly funky from that time I stuck it inside my sweatpants. It tastes vaguely of plastic with a hint of a subtle metallic bouquet. Now, is there anything else you need? Yeah, well, for some reason, the scammer hung up. Yeah, sometimes I get a kick out of, you know, the telemarketers that call, particularly the ones that are from Microsoft. Yes, I'm here to help you. You have a problem. Please, let me have access to your computer. Sure thing. Yeah, okay. Hey, by the way, bud, the mom and dad know what you do for a living? Huh? I bet they're real proud of you, bud. Mm-hmm. Yeah, my name's not Bud. Yeah, it's Jackson. Yes. Anyway, you heard we mentioned, a couple of days ago about the iguanas falling from trees in Florida? Well, an automobile accident was caused by frozen iguanas thawing out and coming back to life inside a man's car. Well, the man is from Central America, where iguanas are farmed for food. During recent cold weather in Florida, if you recall, iguanas have been falling from trees. Well, because iguanas are cold-blooded animals, they cannot regulate their body temperature. When they're cold, they go into suspended animation. Yeah, police say the man picked up a large number of iguanas and placed them in his vehicle, intending to barbecue them. When the vehicle warmed up, the iguanas started waking up. You can imagine the startled man, well, he lost control of the car. Reports are the man was not injured. No official word on any iguana casualties, but what type of barbecue sauce do you serve with iguana? And what would be the side dish? Yes, would you like a side of flies with that? Our big shot birthdays today. Actor Gene Hackman is 90. Popeye Doyle, remember? Actress Vanessa Redgrave is 83. I never can remember which one of the Redgrave sisters she is. Horn player William King of the Commodores, 71. Phil Collins, short, fat, bald, my kind of guy. He's 69. Actor Charles S. Dutton, short, fat, bald. He's 69. Actress Ann Dowd is 64. Comedian Brett Butler, 62. Actor Wayne Wilderson, 54. Actor Christian Bale. Was he Batman? He's 46. Actress Olivia Colman, 46. Actor Wilmer Valderrama from That 70s Show is 40. Has he done anything since? Actress Mary Hollis Inboden is 34. Actress Kylie Bunbury is 31. Actor Jake Thomas, 30. Actress Danielle Campbell is 25. It's Super Bowl 54.
Let's play some football!
The San Francisco 49ers and Kansas City Chiefs meet Sunday, February 2nd, and we have all the action on AM 1230. Our coverage begins at 11 a.m. Don't miss it. Super Bowl 54 on AM 1230. Brought to you by Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro, and Affordable Eye Care on the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO. Let's celebrate our KXO birthdays. Happy birthday, Angelica Rangel, Melody Feliz, Christopher Chavarin, Steve Medicinca, Robin Avila, Paulette Garcia, Manuel Zazueta, Maria Cota, Lulu McGee, Luisa Grijalva, Lila Castro, Kim Clavery, Henry Zamaripa, Francis Ortega, Eric Wong, and Alfred Sonny Rasmussen. Happy birthday! Well, happy birthday to each and every one. We're going to jump in with the news right now. A look at World and California news headlines brought to you this morning by Bobby and Mary Locke. Your friends in the air conditioning business, Bobby Locke and Mary Locke, Locke Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal, your year-round comfort experts.
CBS News Update. The State Department is planning to evacuate more Americans from the epicenter of the coronavirus in China, where the death toll is up to 170. The number of infected now at 8,100 around the world. CBS's Carter Evans says some missed this week's trip home.
James Dickey's ex-wife and 8-year-old daughter were told they were bound for the U.S. on the only flight out of Wuhan. But because his daughter didn't have her passport, they were denied entry at the last minute.
I just felt so defeated at that point, and it sort of felt like both countries had let me down.
Russia is closing its far eastern border with China to try to stop the spread of the virus. Reporter Alec Loon in Moscow.
In Russian Far Eastern cities, there are a lot of Chinese merchants, Chinese workers, so there is a fair amount of traffic between China and Russia every day. There is a train running from Moscow to Beijing every day.
More airlines have canceled or reduced the number of flights to China. CBS News Update. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
No matter how cold it is outside, you can keep warm and toasty inside with a quality-built, super-efficient York furnace. Affordable, quiet, and reliable, you can count on a furnace from York because it's backed by the strongest warranties available. It's just another way we install confidence. Call Locke Air Conditioning, your local York dealer, at 760-353-4501 to learn how you can move up to a new level of comfort and efficiency this season. That's 353-4501. Contractor license 696216.
California headline news, 200 American officials and citizens arriving from Wuhan, China at March Air Force Base in Riverside County. A voluntary quarantine there for the next 3 days to determine if anyone is showing symptoms of the coronavirus.
In the hours of coordination calls and scheduling that we did last night to help stand up this response, one thing to me is perfectly clear. We've got a good perimeter out there to make sure that the public and those individuals stay safe.
County Public Health Officer Dr. Cameron Kaiser, the coach of the Lakers, speaking with reporters after his team's practice Wednesday. Frank Vogel saying he hopes his team represents everything Laker legend Kobe Bryant did during his 20-year career.
You know, I'm around the people that were closest to Kobe, throughout his time here. And, it's been just a deeply saddening time for all of us.
Lakers return to action tomorrow. A dozen people injured in a fire at a high-rise building in Los Angeles. A baby and 2 firefighters among those hurt. 1 person in critical condition. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning. For all your air conditioning and sheet metal needs, call Lock Air Conditioning today.
The famous Meat Lovers Pizza from Pizza Hut. Loaded with over a pound of meat and cheese. Get yours for just $10 for a limited time. Only at Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut. Ask for deals. Some crust types cost more. Prices and participation vary. 10 per order.
Nature Valley brings that satisfying crunch that gets your family going again. With real delicious honey and whole grain oats. So get out here. Nature Valley Oats and Honey Crunchy Bars. The original crunch.
Hi, it's Jamie, Progressive's #1, #2 employee. Leave a message at the... Hey, Jamie, it's me, Jamie. This is your daily pep talk. I know it's been rough going ever since people found out about your a cappella group, Mad Harmony, but you will bounce back. I mean, you're the guy always helping people find coverage options with the Name Your Price tool. It should be you giving me the pep talk. Now get out there, hit that high note, and take Mad Harmony all the way to nationals this year. Sorry, it's pitchy.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
It's page 1 of the local news. Page 1 is a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. Quick Lane in Brawley and El Centro. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. A cross-border tunnel that runs from Tijuana to an industrial area near the Otay Mesa port of entry has been discovered. The tunnel, over 3/4 of a mile in length, is said to be the longest cross-border tunnel found yet in the southwest border area. The tunnel was actually discovered in late August of 2019 by a multi-agency investigation involving authorities on both sides of the border. The tunnel entrance was concealed in a small industrial building in Tijuana, about a half-mile west of the Otay Mesa crossing. The tunnel has a total length of 4,309 feet. Agents described the tunnel as 5.5 feet tall, 2 feet wide, with an average depth of 70 feet from the surface. It includes an extensive rail and cart system, forced air ventilation, high-voltage electrical system, elevators, and a complex drainage system. The tunnel reached over 4,000 feet into the U.S. with an exit in a warehouse district. No arrests have been made in connection with that tunnel. El Centro Regional Medical Center will present the 10th anniversary of the Baby and Children's Expo Resource Fair. It'll take place Saturday from noon till 3 at the Community Education Center at the Imperial Valley Mall. There'll be presentations on child safety, child fingerprinting, entertainment, family activities, health and resources vendors, face painting, and fun for the entire family. KXO News Time is 7:42. It's Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers for your service needs. Whether it's a lube job, oil and filter change, brake job, battery or wheel balance and alignment, Quick Lane can handle it. And Quick Lane services all makes and all models. Oh, and by the way, you never need an appointment. Tires, all the best brands at the best price, guaranteed. See your Quick Lane service advisor for details. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in the Brawley Auto Plaza, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and on Imperial Avenue in El Centro, right next to Food for Less. Well, the Imperial County Elections Office is still looking for poll workers. The California primary election is March 3rd. Poll workers are needed to staff 55 precinct boards. Poll workers must meet some criteria, to include being a registered voter in the state of California or lawfully admitted for permanent residence in the U.S. and who are otherwise eligible to register to vote, except for their lack of U.S. citizenship. You must be able to follow written and verbal instructions, be available to serve Election Day from approximately 6 a.m. till 9 p.m., and must be available to attend a mandatory training class. Poll workers who work at a polling place receive a stipend of $100 for Election Day, $15 for attending the training class. Prospective poll workers should contact the Imperial County Elections Department. Old Highway 111 closed from Keystone Road about 1,100 feet south for construction. The closure is in effect until further notice. And the Imperial County Board of Supervisors, chairman of the board, has reminded the public that the 2020 State of the County Address will be held on February 6th on the steps of the Imperial County Courthouse. The address to cover the accomplishments of the past year, the current state of the county, and future plans. The State of the City address with Mayor Efrain Silva is taking place this morning at El Centro City Hall, and we will have that address on AM 1230 live, also on YouTube, and following the address, it'll be available as a podcast on KXORadio.com. That's page one of the local news. Page one of service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. We're counting down to Valentine's Day. And I have a suggestion. Yeah, before it's too late, head to the Peanut Patch in Yuma. Well, the Peanut Patch, they make candy right there on the spot. Delicious homemade chocolates in all sorts of different varieties, like English toffee or pecan turtles. They're made from scratch. You'll love their yogurt-covered peanuts, raisins, and almonds, chocolate-covered coffee beans, cinnamon bears, chocolate raspberry sticks. We're talking chocolate, chocolate, chocolate. Perfect for Valentine's Day at the Peanut Patch in Yuma. You go ahead, take Interstate 8 East, then at Avenue 3E, turn right south past MCAS Yuma until you come to East County 13th Street, turn left, and then head on down the road and you'll find the Peanut Patch, or find them on the web at thepeanutpatch.com. Page two of the local news and the weather, brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for life insurance, health insurance, or retirement planning. Well, you can step back in time to the early days of the Imperial Valley. The Imperial County Historical Society will hold its Pioneers Day Saturday. There'll be blacksmithing demonstrations, wagon rides, antique farm equipment, gold panning, games for all ages. The family-friendly event is free. It starts at 10 a.m., continues till 3 p.m. The Pioneers Museum, located on Ayton Road, right across from Imperial Valley College. Nearly $250,000 worth of methamphetamine was seized during a 24-hour stretch at the Highway 86 and 111 checkpoints. On Monday, shortly after 9 a.m., a Border Patrol K-line team alerted to an SUV at the checkpoint. Border Patrol agents discovered 55 pounds of meth hidden in the vehicle's gas tank. The driver, a U.S. citizen, was arrested and turned over to the DEA. And shortly before 8 a.m. Tuesday, a 59-year-old man was arrested after a K-9 team alerted to his pickup truck. Approximately 66 pounds of methamphetamine found in several places on the pickup. The driver, a lawfully permitted resident, was also turned over to the Drug Enforcement Administration. Total value of the meth estimated at nearly $230,000. And the city of El Centro is accepting applications for the 2020 Mardi Gras Light Parade and Street Festival. It'll be held on Saturday, February 22nd. Deadline to submit parade entry forms is February 18th. Applications are being accepted for floats, bands, equestrian groups, and cars. KXO News Time is 7:48.
Have you received notice that your Medicare health plan is changing or going away? Are you turning 65 soon, or are you newly eligible to Medicare and have questions about your Medicare options? Then give David or Jose a call at David H. West Insurance to learn about the ABCs of Medicare. Don't delay. Call David H. West Insurance Services now at 760-352-3411. That's 760-352-3411. That's David H. West Insurance.
It's page 2 of the local news. No, we did that, didn't we? Yeah, so we'll just jump into the weather. The National Weather Service says high pressure will build over the region through Saturday, resulting in a brief warming trend into this weekend when high temperatures climb back above the seasonal average. A more potent disturbance will bring a slight chance of rain to the region Monday, along with some cooler temperatures during the first half of next week. 74 the high yesterday, 52 the low. Wind gusts peaked at 39 miles per hour. Today will be sunny with a high near 75. North-northwest wind about 5 miles an hour. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 48. West-northwest wind about 5 miles an hour. Sunny on Friday with a high near 77. West-northwest wind about 5 miles an hour. Saturday will be sunny with a high near 79 and light wind. On Sunday, sunny with a high near 81. Light and variable wind becoming south-southwest 5 to 10 miles an hour in the afternoon. 55 degrees downtown El Centro, 41% relative humidity, wind out of the west-northwest, depending on where you are, anywhere from 3 to 10 miles per hour. Page 2 of the local news and the weather brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for health insurance plans, Medicare supplemental coverage, or life insurance and retirement planning. David H. West Insurance Services.
Dad, they're hungry.
Ciry, restaurants nearby.
Here are some options.
I want some chipotle fries.
And I want an Imperial Thick Burger.
But I want a salad.
Okay, I just want a juicy burger and an ice cold beer. And I don't want to miss the game.
Everyone quiet, please. I have the place. Burgers and beer. Great food. Ice cold beer, and you can watch your favorite game.
Burgers and beer has something delicious for everyone. Burgers and beer. The best burgers in town.
You're welcome.
It's sports time. Sports time. Brought to you this morning by the Imperial Hardware Company Do-It Centers in El Centro, Holtville, and Brawley. That's where you will find what you need when you need it. NBA action. Last night, Pacers got up on the Bulls, 115-106. It was overtime for the win. The Nets beat up on the Pistons, 125-115. Grizzlies growled. They topped the Knicks, 127-106. But, yeah, there was a bit of a scuffle after a flagrant foul was called. Multiple ejections occurred. Yeah, push, a shove, a brief scuffle, lots of yelling, some pointing, all sorts of things. Yeah, nobody got hurt. It'll hurt them in the pocketbook. The Spurs beat the Jazz 127-120. Thunder topped the Kings 120-100. And the Trailblazers over the Rockets 125-112.
Planning a home improvement project? Let your friends at Imperial Hardware Company lend a hand. Our Do-It Centers provide the sweet spot between convenience and selection, combining the value and variety of a big box with the ease of visiting a neighborhood market. Our helpful and courteous staff will get you outfitted for any task in no time. Imperial Hardware Company is locally owned and family operated, proudly serving this community for over a century. We carry only the best products and top name brands. Visit us in Brawley, El Centro, and Holtville to find what you need when you need it. Get it done with a little help from Imperial Hardware Company. Don't forget, we serve local businesses too. Ask us about our commercial accounts for contractors, property managers, handy workers, agribusiness, and more.
In other sports news, well, it's the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 54 Sunday. The 49ers and the Chiefs will tee it up. Our coverage on AM 1230 begins at 11 a.m. with a pre-Super Bowl show and kickoff somewhere, about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We've got game right here on AM 1230 Kxo. Meanwhile, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell says he'll meet with the Browns' Myles Garrett about a possible reinstatement. Yeah, Garrett, well, he was suspended indefinitely after his involvement in the Browns' fight with Steelers players near the end of the Cleveland Browns' win over Pittsburgh in Week 11 of the regular season. And in baseball news, Chris Bryant, well, he's not going to be a free agent till after the 2021 season. That means the Cubbies probably going to move him. Yeah, get something of value instead of trying to re-sign him. And, well, something special coming up Saturday. It's the Imperial Valley Challenger Pancake Fundraiser and Blue Angels Buddy Day. Challenger Baseball. Great activity. And this will take place from 8:30 till 10 at Evans Park in Imperial. And your $7, that includes pancakes, eggs, sausage or bacon, and a drink. All the proceeds go to the IV Challenger Little League. And, well, hopefully there's going to be a game, too. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you by the Imperial Hardware Company Do-It Centers in El Centro, Hopeville, and Brawley. Get it done with a little help from the Imperial Hardware Company.
Your Honda dealers are rolling in the new year by rolling out great deals on every new Honda. Save thousands now on the fun-to-drive Civic that's loaded with the latest technology. The turbocharged Accord with an aggressive design and amazing fuel efficiency. Or, feeling adventurous? Save big on the award-winning CR-V. Hurry, these deals won't last long. See your Southwest Desert Honda dealer today.
Well, it's time for some financial news and weather, and it's all brought to you by Styles and Smiles Complete Salon Services. You can call for an appointment, or you can walk in. Styles and Smiles on Imperial Avenue, right by Cardenas Market in El Centro. Dow Jones Industrials, well, they're down 238 points right now at 28,496. Meanwhile, the S&P 500 off 27 points at 3,246. And the NASDAQ holding at 9,188. That's off 86 points. Gold shot up $12.50 an ounce. Time to sell the fillings. Oil is off $1.18 a barrel. And what happens to be driving the market? Well, it's all sorts of things, including the fact that investors are a little bit concerned about the coronavirus and how that might affect the world economy. The Microsoft shares pushed toward fresh record highs yesterday, as the death of Windows 7 and continued growth in cloud computing pushed the company to an earnings beat.
It's a new year, and Styles and Smiles want you to look your best. But first, you need to make an appointment by calling 760-960-2382. That's 960-2382. Styles and Smiles is a complete salon specializing hair, nails, cosmetics, and if it's time for a change, let Styles and Smiles transform your ordinary into extraordinary with their expert stylists. Bring the whole family because they do it all. Call now and make an appointment at 760-960-2382. That's 960-2382. Styles and Smiles, located by Cardenas Market in El Centro.
We will have sunny skies today with a high near 75, north-northwest wind about 5 miles an hour. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 48, west-northwest wind about 5 miles an hour. Friday will be sunny with a high near 77, west-northwest wind about 5 miles an hour. Right now, downtown, we're looking at 56 degrees, 41% relative humidity. Wind is out of the west-northwest at 3 miles an hour. Depending on where you are, it could be gusting as much as 10 miles an hour in some parts of the valley. Your border wait, it's a 45-minute wait downtown, no waiting sentry, 10 minutes pedestrian. Eastport, about a 45-minute wait, no waiting sentry, 30 minutes ready lane, 45 minutes at Andrade. Financial news and the weather brought you this morning by Styles and Smiles. Styles and Smiles, they're going to help you look your best. Styles and Smiles on Imperial Avenue, right by Cardenas Market in El Centro. And we will be heading down to City Hall in El Centro. Jared Anchondo standing by, as is Mayor Efrain Silva, and we will have the State of the City address.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source.
And right now, let's go to City Hall. We have Jared Anchondo and Mayor Efrain Silva standing by for the State of the City address.
Good morning, Imperial Valley. This is Jared Anchondo reporting for KXO Radio Public Affairs Department. This morning, we're live at the El Centro City Council chambers for the City of El Centro State of the City address. We bring you now to the podium with Mayor Efrain Silva.
Thank you so much, and good morning, everybody. Muy buenos días de parte de la Ciudad del Centro. Welcome to the 2020 State of the City address for El Centro. And first, let me say that I'm so happy and grateful to be joining again with the El Centro Chamber of Commerce to do the State of the City address. For that, let me also thank the Chamber President, Anne Orgoyan. Where's Anne go? Thank you so much, Anne, for all the work that you do for businesses in El Centro. And I also really want to recognize and help and recognize Anthony Moreno, the Chief Operating Officer for El Centro. Thank you, Anthony, for everything that you do, not only for hosting the event today, but also other collaborations that we have done, and more importantly, for being the voice of the business community in El Centro. I also want to recognize the city staff that prepared the chamber today, and big kudos and thanks to Liz Zarate. Where's Liz at? Liz has been working nonstop for hours and hours. She worked really late yesterday for and putting this together, and so I'm really, Liz, eternally grateful for what you do. Let me thank all of you for being here today, and thinking about this, and there's two of you here today. There's some of you that are used to getting up early in the morning, and this is a normal day for you, and thank you for taking the time to be here with us today. And there's some of you, and I can see some of you that are not early risers, and you made a special sacrifice today, got your alarm a little earlier to be with me. So double thanks for those of you that had to make the special morning sacrifice. Thank you, Dr. Ivy, for recognizing all of the elected officials. And, back in 2015, when I did the State of the City, I summarized the State of the City by saying that the city was in good shape. Today, I'm here to tell you that the city is amazing. And it's easy to do a State of the City address when we have such a remarkable and progressive city. So this morning, you're going to hear the word amazing a lot. Let me tell you why the city is amazing. And I'm narrowing it down to three things. First, we have an amazing city council. Someone recently shared with me that the El Centro City Council is the perfect combination of individuals working together for the benefit of the city. And I agree. They also shared with me that the El Centro City Council is the best-looking council in Carroll County. And I also happen to agree with that. So let me recognize our Mayor Pro Tem, Jason Jackson. Jason, thank you. Cheryl Viegas Walker. Cheryl has been a 5-time mayor, the incoming president of the League of Cities, California League of Cities. Thank you. We're so proud of what you do. Our past mayor, Edgar Garcia. Edgar. Thank you. And of course, our newest member of the council, Tomas Oliva. So you make the city amazing. Second, the city is amazing because of the work of our city staff. We have incredible staff in the city of El Centro, and I want to recognize all of them. The first are incredible. You know, when we were looking for a city manager, we looked long and hard. We did a country search throughout the United States to find the perfect city manager, and guess what? We found it right in our back door. Marcela Piedra, thank you so much. Thank you, do an amazing job for the city of El Centro. Like our city clerk, and I want to make an announcement that I think very few of us know. Diane, where's Diane Calder at? Diane gave me permission to announce to all of you today that she is retiring. After, I think, 37 years, how many years? 38 years with the city. She started when she was 5. And Diane, we're really going to miss you. And again, you're a friend, and you have done a tremendous job for the city of El Centro, so thank you so much. Our Community Development Department, under the leadership of Norma Villicana, Adriana Nava, our Community Services Department Director, our Finance Director, Richard Romero, and the incredible work that they do over in finance, our Fire Department in keeping our city safe, and an incredible reaction to the issue with ambulances and being able to partner with AMR and provide ambulance service to the city. Human Resources, who worked incredibly hard. Last year we hired 92 new employees in 2019. So Terry, thank you. Where's Terry at? Thank you so much for the work that you do. Our Police Department in keeping our city safe. And I want to recognize something very special for me out of our Police Department, is that we hired 6 police officers last year in 2019, and I'm very proud to say that all 6 of those new officers are from the Imperial Valley. We're keeping those jobs here locally. We're providing a safe community with officers that will stay here in the long run. So that's an accomplishment, and I want to recognize Chief Johnson for that. Chief, thank you for that. Third, the city is amazing because of our residents. Thank you, citizens of El Centro, for Measure P, approving Measure P a few years ago. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you for the confidence that you place on the City Council. And Measure P has allowed us to complete some amazing projects, and will allow us to complete and have state-of-the-art facilities, such as a new police department and a new library. With Measure P, we have improved our parks, our infrastructure, and our services to our senior citizens. The city of El Centro would not be what it is today without Measure P. And I want to recognize the work and leadership of the then Mayor, Jason Jackson, for the success of Measure P. Jason, thank you so much. The purpose of the city address is to inform our citizens what the city has done to make our lives better. And we have a lot to say. Hang on to your seats. Let me say to you that what we're about to hear will represent more than $200 million investment in our community in the year 2020. We did a lot of street renovation, and I won't get into all the details, but our streets are looking amazing. You can see some of the locations there. I do want to highlight the LaBruce Street Road wide opening. That was a $3 million investment. That was something that was long overdue in the city. And I tell you, I drive by that street almost every day, and it gives me joy and pleasure to know that we have such beautiful infrastructure in the city of El Centro. I think that Councilman Oliva said we have elbow room now. Before it was tight. So amazing project, long overdue, brand new store there, and I think more businesses will come out of that infrastructure. Through Measure P, we also improve a lot of our city parks, brand new equipment over a Star Field, providing a safe environment for our children to enjoy themselves. We improved a lot of our city parking lots and an investment of almost $1 million to renovate our parking lots. Buckley Park, the jewel of the city, the council wants to make Buckley Park again what it used to be, and there's a beautiful sign, more improvements coming on Buckley Park, and Buckley Park will be again the jewel that it used to be in the city, and we're very committed to do that as well. Our beautiful aquatic center. an investment of $17 million in our community. That's an amazing facility, and I am so proud to be a part of that. Of course, our hospital, Dr. Edwards, thank you for also an amazing job at the hospital. The El Centro Regional Medical Center received the Joint Commission Gold Seal of Approval for hospital accreditation in 2019, making the hospital the only Joint Commission accredited hospital in Imperial County, assuring that patients are receiving the best care possible with accredited services in imaging, laboratory, and many other services. The hospital continues to expand its line of services by providing additional opportunities in general surgery, urology, and other specialists, which will allow our residents to receive more and better care closer to home without having to travel to San Diego. ECRMC remains the only robotic surgery center in Imperial County, currently on pace to double the number of surgeries compared to 2019. ECRMC opened a new medical office building in 2019 that now houses oncology services, hematology, radiology, a wound center, pediatrics, and I'm very happy to inform you that coming in 2020 is the new Women's Health Center. ECRMC will also expand its footprint in 2019 with the construction of the ancillary building that will house new cafeteria services, pharmacy, and other services. That's an investment of $125 million into our community. A new simulation lab will provide better training for our medical staff. Our education center will provide education services to our community. And if you haven't visited the education center over at the mall, it's an amazing place. So, Dr. Edwards, hospital staff, thank you so much. You walk in there, I think the best comparison point that we hear from people is it looks like San Diego. That looks like San Diego. You walk in there, it's an amazing facility. Of course, our partnership with Mexicali schools and being able to recruit nurses, much needed cruises, creating a pipeline of nurses for the hospital. Dr. Edwards is also working diligently with the hospitals in Mexicali and the city of Mexicali to provide humanitarian relief for much needed population in Mexicali, and so I'm very, very proud to be a part of that. New businesses that came to Imperial County, you see the list, Wendy's, Clinicas, Panera Bread, Habit, Starbucks, Circle K, and so on and so forth. I'm very happy to announce to you that under development for this coming year, we're getting a brand new hotel, Home to Hilton, that will be built at Imperial Valley Mall, 7-Eleven, La Resaca. I also recognize La Resaca, who's investing a tremendous amount of money downtown in the old Masonic Temple. That is going to be a state-of-the-art restaurant, steakhouse, and meeting place. So that hopefully that will revitalize our downtown. And so I'm very, very happy that that is happening in downtown El Centro. State Courthouse over on Wakey, you see the construction going on. Right behind that is not on the list, but we're also getting the new CHP headquarters in El Centro. So, again, a lot of activity expected in the year 2020. Everything has to have a plan. Everything has to have a mission. So Vision 2050, which is a vision statement that we developed in 2015, is the guiding principle for the general plan of the city, who's updating our general plan. And coming up, I think in March, we're going to begin to do some public outreach, some public forums to get the community involved in our general plan update and also on our strategic and implementation plan for the next 5 years. So please be on the lookout for that, and when you see those announcements, join us. Your input is vital to the vision and planning for the city of El Centro. Coming up in 2020, we have the master plan for our Valley Center Point Shopping Center. Anybody know where that is other than the council? That's the old Sears, the old Kmart building. We are committing some funding to the library will be there. Also, I anticipate and hope that within that facility we'll have a conference center and have the capacity in El Centro to be able to hold small conferences, large events. Is something that I think is really needed in Carroll County, and I hope El Centro be the answer to that. First Responders Park, I want to recognize our former Mayor Garcia for being the lead behind First Responders Park that is currently under construction next to our fire station. That's a park that's going to be a beautiful facility for the north side of town. Also, recognizing the importance of our first responders, and so I'm very, very happy to be part of that as well. Thank you, Mr. Garcia, for that initiative. Blank Park over on the west side of town is also being completed with a new park with Phase 2 being completed now and Phase 3 coming up. Carlos Aguilar Park over on the north side of town is going to get a almost $2.5 million investment into new soccer facilities, lighting, parking lots, and all the amenities necessary for our community to be able to enjoy that state-of-the-art facility on the north side of town. McGee Park over the east side of town is also getting some renovations. We're going to be renovating their restroom, which needs it, and a concession stand for residents on the east side of town. We're very excited that through Measure P, we're going to be building a new police station. That'll be a state-of-the-art facility as well. So estimated completion of that project is for the year 2022. We're very excited about our I-8 interchange project. I think that the extension of Imperial Avenue south of the freeway is going to open up so many commercial and retail opportunities for El Centro, and I see that area becoming a thriving commercial area for the city of El Centro, providing revenue, providing jobs, providing economic development opportunities for El Centro. Now, there's going to be some pain involved with that, and the bridge will be out of commission for about 2 years. So our citizens are going to have to adjust, to look for other ways to get into the freeway, but kind of keep your eye on what the benefit is. 2 years of sacrifice will provide a lifetime of benefit for the citizens of El Centro for our generation and generations to come. So be cautious, be safe, and be understanding, be patient. That's a $42 million project from the state of California. Okay, El Centro is known for our events, and we're going to continue to do events. Our Mardi Gras parade is coming up, our Grito de Independencia in September in coordination with the Consulado, and also our Christmas lighting ceremony, and so many other events that El Centro does that provide entertainment, quality family entertainment for our residents, not just El Centro, but the whole Imperial Valley. So I invite all of you to come to our Mardi Gras parade on February 22nd in downtown El Centro. Also, a very special event coming up in 2020, that's the location of the mobile Vietnam Memorial Wall, and I want to recognize again Councilmember Mayor Pro Tem Jackson for being the lead in bringing the replica of the Vietnam Memorial to El Centro that will be here on the park at Buckley Park from March 26th and 30th. I believe there's flyers around that detail specifically all the series of events and recognition that will take place in celebration of our heroes, Vietnam heroes. So please join us for those events as well. Through Measure P, we've been able to expand the availability of services to our seniors, providing a safe, healthy, age-appropriate environment for seniors to be occupied. Coming up in the year 2020, I'll talk more about the fiscal sustainability task force, but there's a cannabis ordinance that the city will be considering. We also have to find the mechanism to provide assistance for our homeless, but do it in a way that is responsible, that also takes into consideration the needs of our community, our business people, and the safety of our residents. Census 2020 is incredibly important. I'll talk more about that. The state is mandating some additional recycling programs that will have an impact on the pocketbook of some of the residents in El Centro, and we are wanting to minimize that. That's something that we are required to do, and we're going to try to do it in the most responsible way. Again, El Centro, the Census Count 2020, incredibly important that we do outreach, more outreach. You can see how much outreach we've done. We need to do more. Every person counts, and every person that we lose in the count represents $20,000 potential revenue to the city. So it's incredibly important that all of you participate, that you encourage your neighbors and your friends and everyone to participate in the El Centro 2020 census. I am proposing to do some initiatives. I'm going to be asking the council for authority to hire a consultant to do a residential housing study. I believe that it's time to do a real deep dive into what is keeping residential developers away from the city, because we're not building homes in El Centro. And I think that we have to look at that and be candid, be serious, and come up with options and resolutions to encourage housing development in El Centro. So I want a consultant to review our impact fees, our school fees, our permitting process, and everything that is required to build homes. And this is really important because if you look at the housing and population projections for El Centro and Ventura County, we're going to go from 187,000 residents to 281,000 residents in the next 30 years. We're going to have to basically double our housing inventory in Imperial County to be able to accommodate that growth. And the reality of things is that in El Centro it's not happening. You look at the number of homes that were built in Imperial County over the last 4 years, and you see that Imperial built a lot of homes, 619 homes compared to 166 homes in El Centro. And just last year, we only built 9 single-family residential homes in El Centro, and I think that we have to find the mechanism and the programs and the incentives to do more. Another initiative that I'm proposing is what I call a fiscal sustainability task force. The last council meeting, I appointed the members of the public of the chamber to serve on this task force because I think it's incredibly important. Things are looking good. We have almost a $90 million budget, but the reality thing, this is all public information that we collect from the council, our general fund is not looking so great. And the projections of where we're going with the general fund is something that needs to be addressed now. We can't wait 2 years, 3 years to figure this out. We have to start now. So this fiscal sustainability task force is being tasked to come up with practical and urgent recommendations to the council as a mechanism to have a better outlook in our budget, better reserves so we don't see this crisis looming in front of us. And those actions need to be taken now. And so I made that recommendation to the council at the last meeting. They approved the formation of this council, and we're getting participation from the El Centro Chamber of Commerce to help us do what I consider to be a very urgent matter in El Centro. Of course, continuing our binational relationship with Mexicali and continue working with them. I am recommending to the council also that we join the Global Cities Economic Partnership, which is a 4-state initiative that ties together California, Yuma, Sonora, Mexico, and Baja California, and also with Mark's help, continuing to work and be a player with the Imperial Valley National Alliance. So, 2020 is going to be an amazing year for El Centro. I am so proud to serve as your mayor. Thank you so much for joining us today. Muchas gracias. Enjoy the coffee. And please take some time if you have to look at all the amazing work that's been done by our city staff. So with all that, thank you so much, and we'll see you soon.
You've been listening to the City of El Centro State of the City Address with Mayor Efrain Silva for Kxo Radio Public Affairs Department. This is Sharon Anchondo reporting.
And of course, that was live on AM 1230 KXO, and it will be available on our YouTube channel and available as a podcast on our website as well. It's our local coverage.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
I have no words for it. I'm kind of shocked right now, actually.
With Carroll Buckley.
Not that I like it, but I do.
AM 1230 KXO.
This is an ugly candy bar. Peter Paul's almond cluster. It bulges from the way they stuff those almonds and crunchy stuff inside. It's so ugly, in fact, we're not going to show it to you. But don't go away. We're going to show you something. Isn't that something? Believe me, it's better than looking at our candy bar. Funny thing, ugly as it is, almond cluster tastes just beautiful. Why people who make such a crunchy, chocolatey candy can't fix the way it looks? I don't know. Maybe we should be on the radio or something. Skywriting.